everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Josh Levine Speaks. What's today's episode about? One of the most common questions I'm ever asked. When is the best time to sell my collection? Well, it really depends what your collection is, but not to be accused of ever keeping my opinion to myself, I say sell and strike while the iron's hot. What do I mean by that? When you see record prices happening in the collection that you collect, it sounds obvious to me, but so often I hear people say, I'll hold on to it, I'll wait, because it can only go up from here. Imagine what it'll be worth 20 years from now. I don't know if it's prospecting, greed, or something your parents ingrained in your head, but I think it's a losing bet. Let me cite some examples. 15 years ago or so, we saw Hummel collections and prices riding high. I would see collections in my travels and ask folks if they wanted to consign at auction and sell these items, and they'd say no, because these are Hummels and it's only going to go up from here. You know, I just can't see selling these. Well, then about 10 years ago, these large collections started to hit the market and be sold off as that generation was selling their collections, and then crash. The collectors blamed the economy, and I blamed the flood to the market, but it didn't matter. It was a huge supply and no demand from the next generation. Gen Xers and Millennials just don't want Hummels. You know, most have no idea what they even are, so this might be Greek to you. Next example, train collections. Pre-war Lionel train sets were money in the bank. I used to kill to get, well, I've never killed anyone for a train collection, that would be weird, but they sold like hotcakes. There were serious collectors, people wanted them. In the last 5 years, toys collectors' tastes have completely changed. And in 2003, what a $12,000 Lionel pre-war train set would be, you'd be lucky to get $1,500 today. You know, some say video games caused this in younger generations. They just weren't interested in these train sets. And that might be true, but again, they had no exposure to them, so they don't want them. What I talk about today, Star Wars toys. This is my new insight. From 1977 to 84, Red Lines, Hot Wheels, slot cars. These are hot now. This is the time to sell them as far as I'm concerned. You know, you're seeing, I think it's urgent because I truly believe the next 5 years, there just will not be the market that there is today. It's like playing the stock market, because when these fall off the cliff, you know, it doesn't ever recover to the former glory. It doesn't mean that people won't want these things. You know, Star Wars has the new movie coming out. I always find if you follow those trends, say, hey, I got some vintage Star Wars figures, here they are, come take a look. That might help. Slot cars, you know, it's now is the time, the market's really hot, but there's a lot of things out there right now that I would sell when you're seeing these record prices happen. Don't wait until it's too late, and don't wait for it to come back again. Unless you're 20, 25 years old, you're not gonna see it or enjoy the money you're gonna reap from it. So again, find a reputable auction house, eBay shop, somebody that can sell these for you, and I think you'll be quite successful. So my advice, strike while the iron's hot, sell while people want your stuff. Remember my book, Why Don't You Want My Stuff? And also remember, send this to your friends or your loved ones that need to downsize. Send this to a hoarder. Ask them to subscribe to my channel so I can keep bringing you this information and maybe improve upon my editing skills and add some more video and maybe get our channel a little more up to snuff. Anyway, take care. I really appreciate all your support. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much.